Hi, I'm Gary, and I work for Automattic. We make a bunch of things you might recognize: WordPress.com, Gravatar, SimpleNote, Akismet, Longreads, and CloudUp. We also contribute to a lot of open source projects. In the Node.js world, we contribute to Socket.io, Mongoose, Monk, Hue, Expect.js, and of course in the PHP world, we're one of the major contributors to the WordPress project. That also happens to be my day job. So WordPress currently powers 24.3% of the internet, of the top 10 million sites, but we use that as a proxy for the internet. That number keeps going up. So I wanted to have a look at where WordPress is going next. WordPress is already fully compatible with PHP 7. As of about a month ago, all our unit tests are passing. It all runs fine. We're really excited to see the adoption of PHP 7. As we were seeing earlier, there are some massive performance improvements on some of our internal functions. We're seeing up to a 10 times speed improvement. And I think that these kind of performance improvements are going to be one of the massive drivers in getting hosts to upgrade PHP. They're just by virtue of being able to run more sites on the same amount of hardware, you'll see it means lower hardware costs, and I hear that kind of thing is pretty popular with hosts. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the usage numbers change once PHP 7 goes gold. We're also looking at implementing PSRs 3 and 7, logging and HTTP interfaces. The work is in pretty early stages at the moment, but it's looking good. I like where we're headed. Along with the PSRs, we're also looking at how to modernize the WordPress codebase, and as well as the developer experience of working with WordPress. It's a tough task to modernize 12 years of legacy code, but I think we're up to it. For the last few releases, we've had an accessibility team working on improving the general accessibility of WordPress. They've been doing some great work, and we've also just welcomed our first core committer from that accessibility team. So that means you can expect to see these kind of accessibility improvements in WordPress only speed up. There are quite a few interesting features coming up in the near future too. So WordPress has for a long time supported whitelisted OEmbed providers like YouTube or Twitter for many years, but in the next WordPress release, due out in December, we'll actually be turning all WordPress sites into OEmbed providers. So if you also happen to work on a CMS, say Silverstripe, then we can look at supporting cross-platform OEmbed providers. So effectively, any website becomes an OEmbed provider, and it's really, really easy to embed links and all that kind of thing then. Like most large projects, WordPress has been translated into many languages. It's currently fully translated into over 50 languages, and with about another 100 in progress. Recently, we added a feature called language packs. What that means is that it lets you change WordPress's language from within the user interface, and it automatically installs and updates the language files. We're just about ready to launch the same feature for plugins and themes, so your entire site can be translated, and the translations will be kept up to date without you needing to touch anything. And in the last couple of months, there have been 2 specific new translation projects for Te Reo Māori and for New Zealand English. If you'd like to see more about these projects, definitely check out these links. And finally, we're on the home stretch of implementing our REST API. It's been a long time coming. We're happy with the architecture, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback from developers. So it's looking pretty solid. It hasn't been milestoned yet, but the plugin version is well used by a variety of different sites and plugins and apps. So if working with REST APIs is relevant to your interest, then I'd encourage you to check it out and start thinking about how you could use a standard API that covers a quarter of the internet. And if working at that kind of scale sounds exciting, at Automattic we are always welcoming new developers who'd like to join us. We're a completely distributed company. where everyone works from the location they want to, which means that we can find the best people in the world wherever they happen to be. You might notice a lack of faces in New Zealand. We would like to change that. You can work from a big city or a small village or somewhere else entirely. I live in Melbourne, Australia, near my family and friends, and I didn't have to move to the other side of the world just to work on a project that affects hundreds of millions of people. So if you want to learn more, visit our booth outside, check out the website, or have a look at where automaticians work from every day. Thank you.